Well, yesterday sucked. Sorry for all the emotional mucky muck, but I really felt like we needed to explore what it means to approach the literature notes with an open mind. And to see where we were wrong brings everything down to reality rather quickly. I have a question for you. Even though we'd like to change the past and erase those mistakes that we made, do you also think that maybe those moments molded us? I mean, if we happened to live this perfect life without any mistakes, would we be as dynamic and well-rounded? Don't you think our past is what has molded us into who we are today? And don't get me wrong, this all sounds pretty ooh. But the reason I bring this up is because when we think about notes, I'm going to explore this idea a bit. What does it mean to write a note? I mean, even now I hear of so many people complaining about how highlighting just isn't enough. And they all scream for a way to solve this problem of knowledge building and knowledge management. And I'm not going to tackle that. But I do want to think about a note. What is a note? Well, if we thought about it like 2 points connected by a line, the author meeting the reader, it's very one-dimensional. But what if we did a little bit of writing, a little bit of thinking about what resonated with us when we think about what the author wrote? Wouldn't that give us a bit of depth? Because now we're being informed of what the author is saying. And in all of the writing and thinking that we're doing in the fleeting notes, by the time we approach the literature notes, we're basically filling in the shape between us. Seems like a lot more shape in what we're doing now, huh? And I know that in a three-dimensional shape, there is a z-axis. Zettelkasten? Maybe? I don't know. A solid that takes shape from the actual location within the Zettelkasten. How about time? Space? Time? Wouldn't it be interesting if we could see how our thinking changed over time? Well, look at that. There's a date there. And a timestamp. That really plugs us in, doesn't it? Anyways, we'll talk more about that once we get to the permanent notes. But for now, I want to circle back to how fallible we are. I think yesterday was proof that we're not always right. But I hope we also learn that that doesn't make us bad people. It just makes us learning people. So if we have a Zettelkasten that isn't always right, but at the time that's what we thought, wouldn't those moments shape our knowledge just like how our own past has shaped our life? So maybe letting go of getting it right the first time allows for the natural trust with this dialogue partner to happen. Flexible and patient with us as we get things wrong in order to learn. That sounds like us. Kind-hearted even. Hey, okay, I'm just here to ask the simple questions, okay? I'll let you figure it out on your own. But for today, what I'd like for you to do is explore what I call the fifth dimension. Love. Shut up. I know. Ooh. But now that the graph is closed and basically if we are moving forward together, it's nice to see that we're not alone in doing the work. And it's also nice to see who's not doing the work, eh? So if you go to your page and go through all the answers that you wrote, if you click on any of the bolded attributes, the questions for any of the days, it'll open that page with everyone's response as a linked reference. If you click the caret to expand, what I'd like for you to do is for the first 20 minutes of the guided writing exercise is just read. Read who you're going through this with. If you want, you can even right-click and add a reaction to anyone's block, like so. But please be kind, nothing rude, especially to those that have skipped days. Just give them a silent side eye. But explore. And then after the 20 minutes, go ahead and respond to today's question. I'll see you in the guided writing exercise.